Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. Drew Lock and the New York Giants taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Block now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen. And it sets up a third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Locke. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Locke going to throw. Once again, he finds Slayton. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. A give up the middle to Singletary. And some room to maneuver. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Singletary again. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Locke. That is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Bellinger hauls it in out left side. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down. Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
He could only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down. Hurts. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown. And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. To throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route. Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass. Down, here's Hurts. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives. Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. That ball caught by Slayton. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. On the give, this is Singletary. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And that's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it was really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. He connected on his first, this from 41. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
He completes it, and he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
All right, Mr. Fantasy Champion, we just saw him fake a field goal, and the kicker has the opportunity to throw a pass. He completed it, but not for a first down. Does anyone get any points for that?
No, he just gets some pride going back to the sideline saying he completed a pass as the kicker. But the big thing here is they didn't get enough for the first. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll set up a throw. And this one is incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start. But they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Being chased out left. This is Smith with a grab. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Throwing is Hurts.
Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right on the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Another shot from the one on second and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, as time expires in the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead on the final play of the first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We get things started with a good one in the NFC. Seattle traveling.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Eagles to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He's going deep for Brown. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. In motion right is Smith. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. C.J. Uzomah, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On the counter, this is Singletary. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game, a really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it, or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
To throw it is Locke. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Locke to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Rodgers on the return. Oh, fighting off the defender. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Smith will come in motion right. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Barkley inside handoff. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. A fake on the jet sweep as they'll go play action with Hurts. That one downfield for Dotson, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
But first down, Hurts. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Rolling to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Throwing now is Locke. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And that is incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Let's see, guarding back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Devontae Smith, 28 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants going to take over again on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Back to throw. Locke. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On second down, here's Locke. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Locke, got to have this one. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there. And that pick-6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get. So really, you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that.
There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, 79 yards. And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff to Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll go to Barkley again. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Barkley. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Lock now on 1st down. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Philadelphia, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
Today, it's Madden NFL football. It's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. They go play action with Hurts.
Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jahan Dotson.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 27.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20.
And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Cincinnati. 69 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Brown is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
And that is a great answer here offensively in this first quarter. You start the game flat, your defense gives up a quick touchdown, but you turn right around and take it down the field yourself quickly and finish with the touchdown run. This could be a game of offense. We've seen 2 sharp drives in the first few minutes.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Sliding out of the pocket. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Rolling to his left.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jahan Dotson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. after the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. First down. Here's Burrow. That's caught. Andre Yoshivas. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Here we go.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Here we go.
They will toss to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
96 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Big 13. Big 13.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Jalen Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll drop to throw.
He'll swing this out to Moss.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
A good move.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Burrow on play action. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll drop this underneath the moss.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Smith in motion right.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That one downfield for Dotson.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
Steps away to his left.
And that's going to be incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run with Barkley. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going deep for Brown. This is intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Draw play for Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Burrow on 1st down.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the right sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Open man is Chase, complete. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. So we've reached halftime.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Burrow. That is caught, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Burrow looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On second down, here's a run with Moss. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Option play. Here's a give to Brown.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now it's Burrow.
They'll run the screen with Moss.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. An inside give, Brown.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now it's Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Big 13.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. Zach Bond there on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Zach Moss, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So here are the Eagles to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting, as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Charlie Jones now to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Room past the 35. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Burrow will throw. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Again, it's Burrow. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Burrow. A short throw there, pulled in by all.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Burrow.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Now a 2nd and 6.
They'll run it again with Barkley. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So Burrow and the Bengals
down by 10. A little under 40 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Come on, ready?
Here's Burrow. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Throwing is Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A huge play there right off the bat. 62 yards.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this is taking that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram: 9 catches, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 2nd down.
You look at this Eagle defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now Lawrence.
Over the middle, complete.
That's Reynolds. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On the move to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Flushed out right.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And ETN going to have a Jags first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. In motion right is Thomas.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Nolan Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that...
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley.
He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
Nope.
He's got it at the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. 39 yards there, a big one.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Rolling to his right. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 2nd down, Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Lawrence will try again after the pick six. His throw incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Lawrence throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
All right, so they get against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Rodgers to return it. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw.
And just not a whole lot here to be had on the ground. Maybe a yard. 2nd down.
And they'll go again with ETN.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
From the gun, Bigsby.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man. It's Brown.
And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll take this up to the 12-yard line. Hurts.
Being chased out left. He's going deep for Brown. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Philly. 57 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. Towards the end zone for Brown. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A.J. Brown with an acrobatic catch.
And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Jaguars back with it on offense.
They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They hand off to their big tight end, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 43.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. That one downfield for Dotson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back.
Here's a 2nd and 7. But to throw again is Lawrence.
That's into the hands of Reynolds.
And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now, Lawrence.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Back to throw. Lawrence
looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And his kick here is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley.
And that should do it. He's got a 1st down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Philadelphia,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll lose an important one here.